Hey folks, welcome back. My name is Krishna. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This time around, we're taking a slight detour from our look at how to draw environments to focus on something else that's near and dear to my heart, which is playing with nostalgic or retro type effects. And what do I mean by that is this is a cover recreation that I made of Wrong Number One, and I've just run it through a couple of different retro effects, and you can kind of see what these effects look like, right? So we're going to take a look at how you can achieve some of these effects in your own work. And I'm using a plugin for Photoshop called Retratone, and it's by TextureLabs.org. And I'll put a link to them in the description for this video. I've only had this plugin now for a couple of weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks actually. So I've been kind of playing around with it. This is not like a step-by-step how to do it, but I just want to show you how this plugin actually works. And as with any type of plugin, your mileage may vary. You'll have to experiment. And the good news is that Retratone provides a lot of really good results right out of the box. So you don't really have to experiment if you don't want to. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a brand new layer. So we'll hit Shift Option Command N, and we've got a new layer set up. Then we're going to take all of our visible layers and we're going to collapse them into one layer. We'll do that by holding down Shift Option Command E. And now we can see that all of the visible layers have been collapsed into one. This is a good starting point because now we can use this Retratone plugin to make some changes. So there are two different panels here. The first is the actual pattern settings panel. If I click on pattern settings here, there's a lot of different types of effects that we can choose from. There's fan dots, waves, lines, print dots, etc. There are parameters that we can adjust and scale. If I choose print dots, for example, I have the ability to scale them up, make them rough. I can also choose how much dust and scratches I want. So you can really go into the weeds with this. I'm just going to leave these values as is. Next, I'll go to the actual colors. So here are different preset styles. I didn't do a count, there's roughly 50 of these presets that are available for you to use, and they're pretty good. These preset styles here are for everything, and then you've got ones that affect just, they're going to concentrate just simple ink colors. Let me just show you what that looks like first. So I'm going to take this cover, I'll just choose pure separation. Takes a couple seconds to run depending upon your machine. So we've got this particular effect. I can hit undo. I'll just do one more. I'll just choose poster shop. Not really digging that one, but it does have some cool elements in it. And I'm going to show you how you can take these effects and kind of not just leave them as is, but to kind of modify them. I'll just try one more. Just I want to leave this part on a high note. Let's see what back issue looks like. Okay, kind of looks like a sun faded newsprint. Pretty cool. All right, so you can see how quickly I can undo those changes. It performs a series of steps behind the scenes. You're probably looking at my layers panel and you're seeing that some things are happening. But the nice thing about it is I can quickly undo it by just hitting Command Z. Let's go to the preset styles here, and we can see that there's ways that we can kind of like bring those dots and the waves and the patterns and so forth. So I'll just choose, let's see, try super glue. That looks pretty cool. And what I like to do is I'll say, okay, this is an effect that I'm considering. I'll just hide the layer. I'll make a brand new one. I'll merge them all together again. And I'll try different versions and I'll just do a comparison. So I'm going to just try heat map. Oh, wow. That looks really, really trippy. So, how do I take these results and make them a little bit more custom? Well, I've got two options. The first option is pretty easy. I can just control how much of that effect comes through by dropping the opacity on that layer. So, as I start to move the slider towards the left, we're bringing in some of the original color values. It still has a warmish cast to it, but the effect isn't so pronounced like it is over here. And you might like this effect too. I think it's kind of cool, but I like to see a little bit more of the original colors. So this gives it a little bit more warmth. The other thing we can also do is we can play with layer styles. So I can just experiment and see what these different layer styles will look like. So soft light has some potential. It kind of makes those grays look more brownish. Somebody's looking very, very trippy. Well, that one looks pretty cool. Bit dark. So there you go. You can go ahead and play around with that and see which effects actually work pretty well for you. Now, this particular tool or plugin is available for Photoshop. It's about $45 on sale. So I think it's normally like about $80. Just came out again, maybe about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And TextureLabs is an awesome YouTube channel. I'm not paid to say how, this is not a sponsored read or anything. This is just me kind of sharing my thoughts with this. I did buy this and I am a happy customer. I really enjoy using this particular tool because it saves me so much time and it gives me the effects that I want. So again, just merge your layers together and then you can pick something. I'm just going to choose, let's just try pen and ink. And this almost looks like newsprint. So you can get these effects very, very quickly and they look really, really good. And you can control how much of those effects you want because there are customization options. So I'm really a big fan of this. So if you found some value in this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up so more folks can find it. If you use the Retratone plugin, let me know. And if you want me to continue more work into this deep dive of playing with all things retro and vintage, let me know as well. And finally, if you're watching this video, let me know where you're watching this video from. I'm always curious to know where people are coming from in terms of landing on my video. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. We'll continue our studies with environments in the next video. Take care and have a good one.